How many email accounts have you successfully hacked in your
Around
time?
500.
If you are a black hat hacker, you can make millions of dollars each month.
Has anyone been caught? Never.
The Sunday Times Insight team and the Bureau of Investigative Journalism went undercover to investigate the criminal hack-for-hire industry amid allegations that British corporate intelligence companies are hiring Indian hackers to illegally steal secrets from their clients' rivals. Insight's reporters posed as former members of MI6 who are running a Mayfair-based corporate intelligence company. They travelled to Delhi, where they arranged meetings with some of India's top hackers to see what illicit services are on offer. One cybercriminal, 28-year-old Tej Singh Rafour, said companies were hiring hackers to steal information from the phones and computers of their rivals on a grand scale.
The whole world is using Indian hackers.
Right, okay.
90% of the private individuals use Indian hackers for do this kind of job.
And how many British companies have been using Indian hackers? Or
Most of them.
Most of them?
Yeah, most of them.
Rafour's speciality is duping victims into giving away their passwords by creating bogus web pages and tricking them into entering their login details.
Most of time, the target gives us their own password.
Oh, because they fill in the details.
Yes.
Yeah.
They think the site is limited and the site is not limited, and they give the password their own. We are not a god, so we can't predict the password. Always they give.
Rafour gave an example of how he had used the technique on one of his British targets. In 2020, he was commissioned by a private investigator to hack the email account of Ben Duckworth, the founder of a brewery in Brixton, South London. The hacker posed as an Italian brewer and sent Duckworth a phishing email.
I targeted it. I am the Italian businessman. I want to invest in your company and I want to get your 40% stake in your company.
Rafour said Duckworth clicked on the phishing email, which allowed him to break into the email account. Rafour also wins victims' confidence by pretending to know their family.
If I found his dad is suffering from some serious problem, some serious disease, so I'm just pointing out that disease also. So it's a play of psychological game.
Last year, Rafour said he intervened in a British marriage dispute. A man in North London paid for his wife to be hacked because he suspected she was having an affair.
Husband wants to get into his email account and Facebook account. So on that time, they gave me 2 accounts, one of the email, second one is Facebook. He want to try which person and how much time she is chatting with different person or single person.
Rafour said his most recent UK job came from a corporate intelligence company acting for Matthew Gordon Banks, the ex-Conservative MP for Southport. The firm didn't want Rafour to do anything illegal. Instead, they wanted him to bury an embarrassing story about the former British politician on a political blog.
You know that Gordon Banks? So we have built a SEO for a person that the negative links and negative comments are dropped down in the search bar and positive links are up there in the front page. The student had posted the Twitter chats on internet, and our work is to drop down those links, those news links to the third and fourth pages of Google.
Right, okay. Rafour set out his fees for hacking an email account.
Initial price start from 3,000 to go on. It's depend. After that, it's go on for the target profile.
I see.
My maximum charge I have charged for my client from Belgium, that is $20,000.
The reporters also held an undercover meeting with Bangalore-based hacker Utkarsh Bhargava. He explained the process he uses to access confidential information from targets.
Majority of cyber attacks, 94% cyber attacks starts with social engineering.
Yeah.
You send them messages, you become friends with them on social media, you start chatting, you start calling, start emailing, you build that trust, then slowly you send up some malware to them, they download it, they install it into their computer or mobile phones, and then you start copying things.
The best way to target British victims, he said, was to create a replica of the NHS website.
If I need your credentials of NHS, I'm going to clone the NHS for you and share the link with you. You will click on it, you will see, hey, that's National Health Service. Maybe you are going through some medication. If I figure out, hey, you are going through medication, and I can write an email in that context, this will build a trust.
Right.
Yeah. Correct. Once this trust will be there, you will click on the link, log in into the portal, and get the credentials.
Bhargava said he could infect targets' mobile phones with the Israeli-made Pegasus spyware, the world's most powerful known cyber weapon.
Pegasus gives you complete access of the operating system. If their GPS location is turned on, you can track them in real time.
This spyware can seize control of mobiles and turn them into 24-hour surveillance devices. It allows hackers to secretly copy messages, pictures and passwords, film them through the device's camera, and eavesdrop on conversations by switching on the microphone. Bhargava warned the only giveaway to the victim their phone had been hacked was the device heats up and noticeably slows down while he remotely downloads its contents. So stealing the victim's data has to be meticulously planned.
Data cloning will be done in the night when they will be sleeping. So we need to figure out when they relax. So we can configure like, hey, only copy data at like maybe midnight 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. So at that time they will be in deep sleep and don't look into the phone.
He downloads the phones of Muslim victims while they're at Friday prayers.
I exploited a Middle Eastern company. So over there we used to hit them on Fridays. All the major tasks was done on Friday only. Anything that is going to create a lot of noise, will require a lot of network bandwidth, we used to do it on Fridays. When they were busy with the prayers, we were attacking them.
We also spoke to Brigadier Ram Chilar, the former commander of the Indian Army's intelligence unit. He said for the right fee, his team could search the dark web where personal data and passwords stolen in previous cyber attacks are up for sale.
Anything to do with deep or dark web? Anything to do with deep and dark web?
Deep and dark web.
Okay. We can do that. That's not a challenge for us. Obviously, it comes at a price. Insurance companies have had breaches. So that data set which is there, which also includes personal data of you and me. Mm-hmm. So all that is available actually. But now it is available at a cost in the open domain.
Right, okay. So you could find that kind of information, yeah.
So that's part of the intelligence gathering actually. Code words, passwords. It's endless.
It takes time, but yes, it is being done every day, everywhere.
Deliberately gaining access to unauthorised material on a computer or mobile phone is a criminal offence in the UK. Commissioning hacking is also illegal. Offences can result in 2 to 10 years imprisonment, but prosecutions in India are vanishingly small. Have any hackers in India been prosecuted or anything, or are the authorities?
Not even a single. Do you think anyone ever got caught?
Yeah. Has anyone been caught? Never.
It's really hard, like, dude, if you're following proper protocols and you're creating proper tunnels, and if you know how to keep yourself anonymous, there is no way you can ever catch anyone.